I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. To watch YouTube is my real test. To comment is my cause. YouTubers, gotta watch them all. YouTubers. Hey everyone! So I am currently subscribed to 593 YouTube channels, and that is a crap ton of channels for just myself to consume. So I made a little series in which I discussed my favorite YouTubers. I've already discussed my favorite YouTubers with under 100 subscribers, with under 1,000 subscribers, with under 10,000 subscribers, and now we are going to talk about my favorite YouTubers with under 100,000 subscribers. This list is far more of people that I admire and have been watching for a long time than newcomers slash people I am somewhat friends with. It's an interesting shift that happens with each subscriber jump. So let's get started, shall we? I feel like Corinne from Threadbanger. So the first YouTuber I want to talk about is GUNNAROLLA. So I have been a Fanarolla for what feels like forever, and Andrew's content keeps getting better and better. From his travel vlogging to his sponsored content to his regular vlogs, it is all good. And yes, I did just say that he makes good sponsored content. It is possible. Shockingly. You might remember him from his Comic Sans song, like Comic Sans is the best fun in the world, or his Canadian Please song, but he is far more than that. Andrew is so inspiring because he actively pursues new opportunities that allow him to do exciting things and make money doing it. He's not flashy about it either. He's very self-aware, and he makes every one of his followers feel like a part of his adventures and his journey. He is a travel vlogger, and he makes some of the best shot and narrated travel vlogs I have ever seen. Like, they are like so professional and high quality. He is also a musician, and his album Magical Girl is one of my favorite things to listen to, especially while studying. It's like music to my ears. That wasn't even a joke. He's also a comedian with a sarcastic and very self-aware sense of humor that lends itself well to his old comedy music videos, but also shows up in like his travel vlogs and everything. So the video I'm going to recommend from GUNNAROLLA's channel is A Perfect Vacation in Lisbon, Portugal, which is about a quick vacation he took, a break from his like work travel to Lisbon, and you really get a sense of like kind of who he is as a YouTuber from that video, and I really enjoyed it. He like, again, he makes you feel like you're a part of the adventure, so it's really fun to watch. So the second YouTuber I'm going to talk about is ROSIANNA HALSE ROJAS. ROSIANNA is like my big sister on YouTube. Not that I know her in real life, but I've been watching her for either longer or just as long as I've been watching GUNNAROLLA, which is pretty much when I started getting into YouTube. I actually got to meet her at NerdCon Stories, which was fantastic. I like referenced a video she had made, and then she knew who I was, and which was like the best thing in the world, and we also got a picture, and it was like one of the best experiences of my life. ROSIANNA vlogs about a very wide variety of things. She's primarily a booktuber, and I think she was one of the first ever booktubers. She's one of the first people who like regularly reviewed and talked about books, and I know she got into YouTube because of Harry Potter and the community around Harry Potter, and I think that's essentially where booktube got its start. But she's not strictly a booktube channel, and her content has evolved into something so much bigger. She vlogs a lot about feminism. I believe she's one of the people who got the ball rolling on the Women on YouTube panel at VidCon, and just femtube in general. And the way she talks about feminism is very informative, even though she doesn't shy away from her own opinion in the slightest. You definitely get a sense of who she is and her opinions in her videos, even while she's informing. She also talks about mental health and her personal journey with anxiety and depression and such, and it's so brave of her to come out and talk about it directly the way she does, and she's just such an inspiring person to watch. So the video I am going to recommend from ROSIANNA's channel is Women and Sport, which is a book review of Eat, Sweat, and Play by Anna Kessel, but it just talks about sports and girls, and I think it's a really relevant video to watch right now, considering the big party going down in Brazil with the 5 rings and such. It's a good watch for right now, especially. So the third Pokemon I'm gonna... So the third YouTuber I'm going to talk about is Mary-Kate Wiles. I discovered Mary-Kate Wiles the same way a lot of people did, which is through the Lizzie Bennet Diaries in Squaresville. She is an actress, and she is a phenomenal actress. And like the Lizzie Bennet Diaries itself means a lot to me because it's what got me into vlogging. But back to Mary-Kate Wiles, while she's a fantastic actress and watching her act is like a gift, she is also an amazing vlogger. Her YouTube channel is probably one of the most organized YouTube channels I've ever seen in my life. She has a couple of regular series that run so that even when she's busy she can still post regularly. She has her vlogging / catch-up series called MK's Corner, which airs once a month, and she has a crafting and talking show called CRAFTVERSATIONS. In CRAFTVERSATIONS you'll definitely recognize a few familiar faces, because she always does arts and crafts with a special guest, generally someone that the viewers have recommended or voted for. I have no idea how she finds time between her many projects, like Inside the Extra Studio, Spicer Forever, and Poe Party, of course, to do YouTube, but I am so thankful that she does. She loves Lord of the Rings, she loves cats, she's amazingly talented, and she just has a kind and lovely soul. So the video I am going to recommend from her channel is a long one. It's CRAFTVERSATIONS Volume 17 Part 1 with Tessa Netting, because Tessa is also a delight to watch. This is her crafting and talking show. It's Part 1 and it's around 25 minutes long because it's an hour-long like full show, and she breaks it up into 2 parts. And it's just a lot of fun to watch her hang out with her friends and play hanky panky marry or kindly push aside. Yeah, it's a good time. And they talk a lot about Spicer Forever, which is always fun to talk about. So the fourth YouTuber I'm going to talk about is Michael Buckley. So he may seem out of place in this list because Michael Buckley is by definition a YouTube star. In fact, he was one of the first YouTubers to ever make a living off of YouTube. His Buck Hollywood channel, where his What the Buck Show airs, does have over 1 million subscribers, but I'm talking about his other channel called New Michael Buckley, which is very appropriately titled because it is where he basically is starting over on YouTube. It's very different from the content you may be familiar with, but it is equally as good, if not better. On New Michael Buckley, he has 2 amazing series. Again, he is incredibly organized with his channels. He has 2 series called The Struggles is Reals and Love Buck, as well as just typical talk at the camera vlogs, life updatey things. My favorite thing right now is The Struggles is Reals, where Buck gets his friends and fellow YouTubers to talk about real struggles that they've had in their lives. And these are friends you probably know of, like Shay Carl or Charles Trippy and other very, very well-known YouTubers, so it's interesting to see another side of their life and another side of their story. And also Buck opens up himself a lot about his struggles, and it's just, it feels like you're together with them and you feel like an equal to these people who you consider stars, which is nice. You learn a lot about these people. You can relate to them a lot better when you learn about their struggles and what gets them out of bed every day and such. And I just really enjoy watching people overcome obstacles and watching people talk about overcoming obstacles. And his other show on New Michael Buckley, Love Buck, is an advice series. He answers questions from viewers, and I think he gives really good advice, which doesn't happen all of the time with advice series or answering questions series, but I do think he gives solid advice, and he's coming from a place with a lot of experience both on YouTube and off, so it's really great to hear his perspective. So basically, New Michael Buckley is just a really feel-good and nice channel. So the video I am going to recommend from New Michael Buckley is Controlling Anxiety and Depression with KLEMENS, which is episode 5 of The Struggles is Reals. It's a great episode, and it's a pretty short one. It's only 7 minutes, while the other ones are generally over 10 minutes, so I think it's a good place to start. So the fifth and final YouTuber I'm going to talk about in the under 100,000 subscribers favorite YouTubers video is Jackson Bird. If you know what the Harry Potter Alliance is, you probably know who Jackson Bird is. But while Jackson is known for being a wizard activist and trans activist and Harry Potter Alliance Wizard Muggles Relations Director, he's mostly known on his YouTube channel for being a lover of waffles, which is a beautiful and pure thing to be. Jackson is the host of Will It Waffle, in which he answers the most important question in the world: will it waffle? Basically, he just puts food in a waffle iron and sees if it can become a waffle or not. But the results are very often hilarious. On and off YouTube, Jackson is an incredible positive presence. You should definitely check out his work with the Harry Potter Alliance because they're currently doing a campaign called Protego, which is to push trans rights across America and across the world. I think they're focusing on laws in the United States though, which is so important because there's so many laws being passed and so many bills around, both supporting and against trans rights, so it's important to, you know, inform yourselves and also just vote. But the video I'm going to recommend from Jackson's channel is Will Gummy Worms Waffle? And I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Jackson sees if gummy worms will waffle, and I think the results of that one are very, very funny. Yeah, definitely check out Jackson outside of YouTube too, and his other videos, because he does a variety of things outside of Will It Waffle, but I just personally love watching people be hilarious and try new things at the same time. So yes, will gummy worms waffle is the question I leave you with today. Yeah, so that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, of course, leave it a like and a comment. Let me know who your favorite YouTubers are, and if you like any of my recommendations, or you think I would like someone based on these recommendations and these people I watch. 2 more of these videos to do, which I am both happy and sad about. Sad about because I really enjoy this, but happy because then I will have time to like do so many more things and so many more ideas that I've had with this channel. And you've already seen a couple of them, but I have so many more, and school is starting soon and I'm not gonna have a lot of time soon, so that's fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more content from me, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to support this content, you can share it and like it, and also you can become my patron if you would like. Link in the description. Links in the description to all of the people and videos I recommended, as well as annotations throughout this video if I remember to do so, and if not, at the very end of this video. Links, they will be everywhere at all times. They will follow you in your sleep. What is this? What am I doing? Okay, it has been thundering, so I apologize if that is all you've been hearing. But it hasn't rained yet, so I don't know what's going on. Alright, that is it for this video. I am done. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Which is a... Stop thundering when you're not raining.